My name's Lawrence Sinclair and I'm CEO of East Agile, and what I'm going to do is explain to you a little bit about the way we work, what makes us special. So basically what we try to do is apply Silicon Valley best practices in software development, and we do that both onshore through our office in San Francisco and offshore here in Vietnam. And Agile development is one of the key things that makes offshore development work, whereas quite rightly it's gained a negative reputation as not very effective. Agile makes it work. And basically the way we use Agile is a very pure form of Agile development. And it's the right choice for businesses that want to be able to develop really quickly without, say, spending a month doing requirements documents that might change through the discovery process and through feedback from customers. It's the right choice for people who really have a great focus on quality. If you're not willing or not interested in paying a bit of a premium to have very high quality software development, then East Agile is rarely the right choice because we cost more than lower quality alternatives. And we're also the choice for people who want to do startups, new technology ventures with new business models. In fact, we're ideal for that sort of situation because we build applications rapidly without detailed requirements. We're able to change them as a result of feedback from customers and new ideas in a very rapid fashion. At the same time, we build in a way that is both relatively cost effective, but also scalable, so that if things do take off and you need to scale applications, you can. And scalable also from a development perspective, in the sense that you can go from a small team to a large team, bring in new people, take tech leads and move them to other positions without having the development process be stalled. This comes from Agile development, which means that the code is very portable. So you don't build any dependencies on particular developers. You can hire in new development teams, new development firms. You can bring in new people, and that is, you can't afford to have those sort of interruptions if you really start to take off and need to develop quickly. So the way we do development at East Agile is particularly well suited for startups because of their need to be able to scale up, bring in new people, and have code be very portable. It's also particularly well suited, in fact, for larger enterprise applications as well, because the nature of Agile development is very focused on building very high quality code. So this means that the code is very reliable, and this is very important in regulated industries, for example, where failure can cost vast amounts of money, more than the entire development cost. It also, because of the nature of the way we do development, is very easy for non-developers to review what actually is going on in the code, and that can be important for regulatory review and things like that. Transparency, that's another important theme with Agile development. What it means is that the entire process is evident to everybody. Problems aren't necessarily avoided, but when they do occur, everyone knows about them and works together to resolve them. Now, basically, we do everything that we would do in Vietnam if we were in San Francisco. The advantage is that by operating in Vietnam for a large part of our development, we're able to reduce the cost. We're able to hire the very smartest people available without quite having to pay anywhere near as much as you would if the entire team were in San Francisco. And for most cases, with most of our clients, they find that they can work very effectively working directly with our team. Our developers all have a good command of English, and you can work directly with them. And we use tools like Pivotal Tracker to manage this entire Agile development process, so that you can see stories being added, you can see the stories being in a real-time basis. You can see when the development team has started working on a story, one of these behaviors that I mentioned. You can, when they're finished, you will see that it says accept or reject on the Pivotal Tracker screen. That's the role for someone on your end to accept or reject those stories. So we require someone who's a product owner. Now you could be you could have a PhD in computer science and be a product owner. You could be quite a part of a development team, or maybe you could be, but you're busy doing other things. Or you could be focused on the business model. But either way, in order to be the product owner, what you really need to do is be able to decide which features are priorities from a business perspective, from a risk perspective, which things add the greatest business value, and be able to say, yes, this is done right, this is what I had in mind, this story was implemented as I envisaged it. And if not, you can reject it and the process gets restarted. So typically with the development process, those sort of minimal involvements would be having an iteration planning call at the beginning of a 1-week iteration, and then towards the end of that iteration, accepting or rejecting the features that are done. And typically that would involve about a commitment of about 8 hours a week. Or you could be involved every single day, working with a team either in real time or asynchronously to add stories, accept stories, and reject stories.